Just like when you create a new event, you will see all the steps in the menu on the left side of the screen when you create a new distance. Start from the top and name your distance. You can also add a description to your distance if you have any additional information to share here for the specific distance. It's also possible to add another picture or something, and you will do all this in this little box called distance description. When you're done, you press continue and you will come to the next step, distance details. And in the distance details, you will find all the general information about this distance, such as what type of distance it is. You can choose from normal, which means it's a normal physical race taking place somewhere, or if it's a virtual or cumulative event. The virtual or cumulative events are quite similar, and it means that you don't host the physical events, but the participant can upload the results themselves in their profile. This will be a normal event, so I choose normal. Choose select either single or team as a distance type. This will be a single distance, and for more information about the team settings, please read the article describing the different team options. There are also some different options for start type, mass, wave, 1x1 or interval. If you use the RaceID timing app, you can find all information about the options in the app guide. Next, the registration type can be either with or without profile. Almost all events are using the profile setting if it's not an event for kids. For the profile type, all participants need to have a separate email address to sign up though. You also add information such as distance length in meters, the maximum number of participants, and the start date for the distance. This is usually the same date as for the event. The registration period is basically when the registration should be open for your participants, and you will add it here with one start date and one end date. The exact time of the registration will be open and close is always by midnight before the start date and by midnight after the end date. Make sure that the toggle for show distance is switched on, otherwise the distance will not be visible online. Press continue and we'll go to the third step, confirmation email. The confirmation email that your participants will receive when they sign up looks something like this, but you can also personalize it a little bit if you want to. You can add your own text in this box here, and when you're happy, you press continue again. Under registration fields, you pick what fields you want to have in your registration form. You can make any fields either just visible for participants and optional to fill out, or mandatory. The top four in the list, first name, last name, gender and email, are always required to have mandatory to fill out by the participants when signing up. Just have the boxes for which fields you want to have shown in the registration form. We have a few different options how to set up a team registration, and we have a separate guide for this. There are plenty of additional options to add to your registration. The registration fee is how much it costs to sign up for the distance. Split distance and relays are only for races using the timing app, and all information about this is found in the timing app guide. You will find more information about all the additional options if you press the little info sign behind their name. When you activate a new additional option, there will be a new tab in the menu on the left side. Classes is used if you have different classes to this distance. Custom fields can be if you want to add any upsell to your registration, like competition merch, etc., or just collect information about t-shirt size or something else that you cannot put somewhere else in the registration. Self-services can allow the participants to make changes or updates in their registration on their own, and you can choose to add medical assistance, the option to buy RaceFox subscription, or upload GPX file to your distance route. The most common additional option is to add the price for your registration. You fill out the VAT and then you select the first price of your event. You set a start date from when this price should be used, and you can add more than one price. You can add as many prices as you want, and you can also easily remove them by pressing remove price, and it will disappear. When you're finished, you press continue and you will come to the step classes if you have this activated as well. Just like in the previous step, you can add as many classes as you want by pressing new class and press continue when you're finished, and they will be saved. Translation works the same way as for the event settings. You need to go through all the different fields manually if you have added an additional language to your event. You will see the red little signs means that they are not finished, but the green one means that you have translated them correctly. So simply go through all the different fields that you have added to your distance, and when you're finished with this, you will have only green signs and you are ready to press continue again. Last but not least, refundable booking is an additional service which you can offer your participants, and we always recommend you to have this activated. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will give your participants the option to add a possibility to get their registration refunded if they get sick or injured and therefore cannot take part of your event. It's up to every participant to do as they want, and they pay for it themselves if they are interested. You add it just by tapping the box. And that's it. Now you have created your first distance and your main page will look like this. By pressing the little pen, you can edit the distance you have created or watch a separate guide for how to duplicate it to add more distances to your event. If you finish, the next step now is to press the button send for approval, and we will have a look as soon as possible to approve your race so you can publish and open your registration online.